It's another edition of Think Tuesday.
D here, your tattoo VO, and hope everybody had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Little touch and go here over the weekend as we were a little concerned about Hurricane Dorian, and though it's not a problem for us so much here in the Tampa Bay area, it's obviously been a huge disaster in the Bahamas and other parts of the Caribbean. So, first of all the best to those folks affected, and of course, when the time comes for things to be put back together, I certainly want to use some of my new good fortune to help contribute to those folks out there. And I wouldn't be able to do that if it weren't for the fact that what I really want to talk to you about today is believing in yourself and looking at your doubters right in the face and saying, yeah, because we're all going through that at some point or another in our lives, right? Whether it's a career thing, it's a personal thing. I know for me, doctor said I was never going to walk, I was never going to do this, I was never going to do that, and I did it all. Okay. Um, Going into my first real career, doing copywriting work and then going into radio, which was something I always wanted to do. I had a dream from the time I was, you know, preteen to early teens where I wanted to be in broadcasting, whether it be sportscasting or be on rock radio, because I was very passionate about music and sports. And ended up at one of the best stations for rock radio in the entire country, and it's still one of the best, 98 Rock in Baltimore, and did a lot of sports stuff for the top news station in the country, the most Edward R. Murrow award-winning news station in the country, and that's WBAL, who still does some of the finest news work of any station in the United States. So I got to live those dreams. A lot of people said I was crazy or I was stupid or, I was just full of myself or, you're never going to do this, you're never going to do that. Fast forward 20 years later to, doing the VO thing, and I've had even people in this industry, people who I went to for help and advice, who basically told me, even after I started taking other steps towards improving myself, they said, yeah, I don't think you have it, man. You should probably just look into doing something else or whatever. Well, that's that. I was having a conversation with somebody else on LinkedIn recently about their doubters and people who told them they weren't going to make it. I said, look, you know what? The way you got to look at it is those are just more logs to throw in the fire that fuels your hustle. So for all of you who may be doubting yourself, who maybe hit a bump in the road or struggling, remember this. Use the negativity to feed your fire. And when you do that, it's a great way to motivate. I'm not saying you have to do it that way. It's just something for me personally. Whenever somebody says, no, you can't, I look at it as like, okay, this is another log for the fire. And this fire is burning bright here in September of 2019. So don't listen to the haters and the doubters. Believe in yourself and do the work, and great things will happen. I guarantee it. Keep shining, my friends. I'll talk to you again later this week.